when speaking to female graduates at a Catholic college, Harrison Butker said this. He said, look, many of you will go on to rewarding careers. He goes, but I think you will, when you look back on your life, your greatest achievement will be in creating, informing, and sustaining families. In other words, in being a wife, in being a mom, those things will be the most important to you. So this was the, I'm going to call it the radioactive element of the speech. There was other things in the speech, other good things in the speech, but this is the part that set off the left. All kinds of shrieking and caterwauling, and the petition being circulated that this guy's a Neanderthal, he needs to be fired. Well, first of all, let's say he has Neanderthal views. Why should he be fired? Here's a guy who's playing football. Here's a guy who, is it the case that if you've got, if you're a football player, you can't have certain types of views? Why? Because they're exhibited somehow in your play on the field? What? What's the connection? What's the point? But the point here is to enforce conformity among all kind of public figures in the culture. And so the idea was, let's demand that the Kansas City Chiefs fire this guy. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs, and all teams tend to be like this, they freak out at the beginning. And so they issued a statement, almost immediately. Well, the views of Harrison Butker, he's speaking for himself. He's not necessarily speaking for the Chiefs. Well, of course he's speaking for himself. He didn't go on behalf of the Kansas City Chiefs, because probably half of those guys on the Chiefs are a little depraved. He's not going to speak on their behalf. He's speaking on his own behalf. He was invited to give the speech, not them. But and here's the Kansas City Star, and this shows how deranged these people are. They're calling on the Kansas City Chiefs to fire Butler and hire a woman. I think they're trying to make a point. Get a female kicker. Now, there was apparently a woman named Sarah Fuller who became the first woman to play in a college football game as a kicker. So there's one out there, but this we're talking about at the college level. We're not talking about at the world championship level in professional football. So this is kind of a joke, except the Kansas City Star says it's not a joke. They say, quote, it is not unrealistic, and it's not a joke. And they want it to be done for, quote, poetic justice. Now, I'm happy to say that the Kansas City Chiefs, the guy who owns the Kansas City Chiefs, is paying no attention to this kind of nonsense.